Ham Tech, welcome to my videos on the QYT CB-58 that you can see there in the background, lovely colour screen. Let's show you how you can change the frequencies. This one came in with the UK CB frequencies, but it will cover the ham band frequencies and more. Big thanks to TECHMINDS, that's Matt from TECHMINDS, and Simon the Wizard, because I've been watching their videos and have used their information to help me put this video together. So how do we change the frequencies of our radio? First thing you're going to need is a USB programming cable. There's lots of these available. I've managed to make one from another cable and just added a small adapter to the side of my radio and it worked. But I have also purchased one, but that's the cable that you need. You're going to need the programming software that I've got from Simon the Wizard here. Just click download here and then double click the zip that you're given. Just move this over like so, double click, and you'll end up with the programming software, which I've already got, but I'm showing you how to run it anyway. So next, and it says I've already got it. Okay, fair enough. So we'll show you that. Okay, it's running now. Launch. So that's your software. Plug your cable into your radio and your PC, and then we're going to find the COM port. So right click your Windows squares and click Device Manager, and you'll find your COM port as mine is USB enhanced serial. Okay, and just remember that number. Mine is 02. Then at the top go set COM, set. Choose number 2 and click confirm, and then you should now be able to read from the radio. And if you watch my radio, we'll go program, read from transceiver. Let's do that again. There you go, I just missed the so it's reading now, and you can see the screen saying PC read, and it actually works really well. And whilst it's reading, I'll just say, if you buy this, definitely get the model that includes the lithium pack and the cradle charger, because the pack, which is cheaper, £40 cheaper, with the rechargeable AA batteries, it doesn't fit well, because the batteries these days are actually bigger than they used to be. You know, they've got higher amp hours, and it's a very, very tight squeeze. You can barely get the case on. So there you are, you do get that loud beep. So we've now read. Okay, and you can't change any frequencies, but you can change the settings within each channel. So if you double click the red arrow, and you've got settings here that you can change. Okay, you've got tone squelch, scan, AM, FM, all that kind of stuff. You can also go to the top here and go set. Where is it? Edit. You've got function set up. So there's like, when you press the function button, these are the settings that you're finding: beep, timeout, backlight brightness. Display mode, you can display frequencies and channels. It's okay, it's fine. I'm really enjoying using this software and the CB, but we are stuck on these channels that they are, the ones I'm using are, I'm just selecting it here, UK, okay, UK, and you'll see the frequencies there. There's a slight delay, and then look, I can even write that back to the radio, write to transceiver, click OK, and it's going to make sure that the channels that are being displayed at the moment are the UK. To manually select this on the radio, I'll show you how to do that, how you can change regions. It does reboot like a computer, there's a bit of a delay. Okay, so we'll just turn it off, hold down function, turn it on, keep your finger on function, and look, you can change by turning the middle knob until we'll get to UK, and there you are, it's after U, and then OK, and then we're on that, we're on the same band frequencies that you're seeing on the software now. So how do we change, how do we change these frequencies? And of course, only do what's legal in your country. And we want to, in the UK, we want to use CB, but we also want to use the ham bands, and this radio can do that. And there are 10-meter repeaters. So the first thing to do is to go File and save the original file. So We'll call it something like original. We'll call it like OG, and save that somewhere and never lose it, because you want to save that forever. Send it somewhere so you can make changes, and if you get it wrong, you can change it back. Because the nice thing about this is we're changing the software and sending it to the radio. We're not actually, as far as I can see, having to play around with firmware. Maybe it's the same thing, but firmware, we're always scared of bricking our radios. Well, in this case, we're just going to if we make a mistake, we're going to make a mistake on our settings, but I'm going to keep it nice and simple for you. So we save that file. The next thing you do is go to this program here, and it's called HXD20. It's the one I'm using. So go down to the about 1, 2, 3, fifth one down, and you've got English there. That's the one I've used and it's worked. So go to that and just download it, okay? Run that little exe, double click, and it's going to open up this hex editor that works via a USB. So I'm going to click OK, next, agree to everything, next, 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 next. And there you are, it's going to open. Okay, there it is. So now what we're going to do, we're going to open a copy. We've sent away the original. We know we've got that, and we're not going to lose that. Just click out of this. We've got this hex editor. Just trying to get everything so you can see it. Click File. No, let's get it right. Click File, Open, and then open that. Remember that file we just called it OG? Now, remember this is a copy, okay? So we're going to go down and find OG somewhere. We will find it. And there it is there, look, and it gives it this little orange radio. So click that, and it's put it into the hex editor. Now don't be too scared of this, because really, if you look down here, you're seeing all these things scroll up. Ignore all the little thousands and millions of numbers. Just focus on the frequencies here. Now, at first glance, you don't think they are frequencies, but they actually are frequencies, okay? So, scroll down and you've got here 26965, and you've got 26, and it goes on. And sometimes the line doesn't actually start in one line, so that this one here starts 0270050OD. Okay, so sometimes they start halfway along, sometimes, but they are just a row of frequencies, and they are every single frequency that is in this radio, and each frequency is preset. It's not like they're changing, they are preset and fixed, so you can change them. Obviously, you've got to stay within the hardware build of this radio. This radio was built to work around 25 megahertz to 30 megahertz, yeah? So it needs to stay within that, or it's just not going to work. So scroll down, and the way I've done it is I've gone to CB channel, just as an example, number 1, okay? Which is 27601. If you scroll right down, and I can't see that these are numbered in any way that I recognize, but what I did do was search up and down until I found on, it was 22050, I think it was. Yeah, there it is there on the left, look, 2050, look on the left, come across, and you'll see the frequency 2760100, okay? And I'm just going to change the 7, because I'm not going to start changing loads of frequencies. I'm just going to change one. Now remember, you get your hands away from the delete button. Do not touch delete. Just highlight it like this, click your mouse and just highlight it. If it does more, don't make any changes, and then just push the digit you want to do. And this is what Matt from TECHMINDS has shown us. So I'm just going to change that 8. It goes red. Don't worry about all these on the left that go red. Yeah, I'm just going to change that one frequency, which we've just changed, channel 1 UK. Now you can change it to any region you want and make changes there. So you could effectively create a whole group of channels and call it, you know, it could be you only need, I don't know, 5 or 6, I guess, for your handbands, and they're all going to be together, yeah? And that would make sense. So I'm sure there's lots of other things you can change, AM, FM, all that kind of stuff, power, but in this we're just showing you how to change the frequency, and I'm saying do not break the law, stay legal, yeah? Okay, so we've changed the 8, and then we're going to go File, And you could go save as and give it a different file name, but I'm just going to go save for now. So that file has been changed. You don't have to remove it from this program now. It's been changed in its location that it's in now. So now we'll just close this down, go back to the software that's already open. And at the moment you can see it says 27601. We're going to go File and we're going to open. Click Open. We're going to find that OG file that we've changed. We will find it somewhere. Why can I never find it? There it is there. OG. Double click it and watch what happens here. This frequency is going to change. Ta-da! It's now changed to 28601, and then we can just go Program, Write to Radio, okay, and that's it. And that's how you change the frequencies on your QYT CB. Now I think that's fine, yeah, you know, and I'm actually really interested to know what else can we change, yeah, and I will keep saying legally, yeah. I'm not trying to do things that aren't legal. So we've changed that, and you'll see when the radio comes back on, that channel, if we go to number 1, is now 28601. Now I'm going to find out some 10 meter repeaters. I'm going to find out what the popular sort of ham channels are, and I'm going to put a few of them in and have a little play and see if I can get a contact. So let's have a quick look at the Hex editor, just out of interest. And just see what else we can change. I know that some of these numbers in all the little digits, some of them will change the power of the radio. But generally we're just looking down at, I'm just scrolling down, having a look. In this section it is all just frequencies, yeah, it is. You know, at the top looks like it's our firmware version. You know, you've got some letters here. It's very clever, isn't it? It gives you an insight into how all this stuff works. But yeah, so big thanks to Simon the Wizard. Big thanks to TECHMINDS. I'll put the video in the description as well. Remember, get yourself a cable. I recommend RUGBY radios. I just think they do a great job. And if you look here, they've got the drop-in charger. It's the battery is the NiCad battery. None of these annoying batteries that you know, that basically they don't fit in the packaging. And it says here in the packaging here, 4100 milliamp Leon battery pack fitted to radio. 4100, yeah, and that's what we want. Okay, lithium ion is it? And it says here, working time 10 to 15 hours, way better. Charging time is quite long overnight. And then we've got some other pictures here. Let's just scroll through and then we'll end the video. So a lot of people say, well, what's the point of CB? It's dead. It's not dead. You have to get out there on a hill. You have to go where your friends are that have got a CB. There's plenty of ham radio operators that have got a CB, but do they ever use it? And you'll even find when the YouTubers do videos on CBs, they tend to have to call their friends out and meet them somewhere, and that's what CB's about. You're an enthusiast for the hobby and you just want to have a chat, and then you arrange to meet up and you chat, you know, and you know, that's it. So thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Thanks to all involved. 7-3.